Hold that thought, folks. And we're back. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up, shall we?
Yes, sir.
I got the Daytona 500 to get to. I actually just got a text from our buddy Jeff, who's in our online program.
Yes.
Thanks, Jeff. He's going to hook us up. I'm taking Max to
My
next
first
week.
ever.
It's going to be, well, my second NASCAR race.
Yeah.
Yep. Next week in Atlanta. So if you're in Atlanta and you see me and Max walking around, I know that's our crowd. But it's cool because Jeff's the rear tire changer for Kyle Busch, so that's who we'll be rooting for. Let's wrap this up. Let's plug some stuff. We got a lot of things coming this year for the Open. Last year we had one video where we commentated.
Yeah.
This year we got a whole lineup.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what it is.
First thoughts.
On Thursday nights.
Yep. So that will be I guess, an attempt at trying to create some sort of a live announcement. Obviously, it won't be exactly live, but Thursday night we will have Brandy and Mike
McGoldricks.
The McGoldricks, their husband and wife. They were on our team together.
If you watched the Dubai video, Brandy's on that team, and then
Mike was coaching them, so you should be a little bit familiar with who they are. They've had a competition running for a couple years in the Open.
3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years.
This will be the third year. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're going to do the Open right after the announcement or after it's posted. We're going to do some like review of the standards, do the workout, do some post commentary with them, asking them how they thought it was. Then Brandon and Kyle are going to do their first thoughts about execution of the workout, setup, just overall big picture, what that workout means. And I'm going to commentary over both of their workouts. So that's going to come out Thursday night.
And we call it First Thoughts because everybody got a tips and strategy video, but really these are just, you know, that will change as you see people do it, so we wanted to call it thoughts. These tips and advice might suck, but
tips and advice would be best to come out after all of the workouts were over, which isn't helpful. So it's just
unless you're just doing them for fun later on.
So it's like, okay, this, like, we see it right away, all this stuff going on, what are the relevant things we think we can tell to our community that might make them execute it better? Here's a demo of it. Here's what we see in the workout about them doing it. So it should be a pretty good way to like be a little bit more informed for your first attempt or maybe only attempt.
And this is going to throw off my whole sleep schedule. So I'll be staying up as late as I need to get that up as soon as I can. So people living in California will probably get it at a decent time.
Cool.
People here in Atlanta, it might be like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So we'll see how quick I can crank it out.
Cool.
But
so
then
that will be Thursday night. Then on Saturday afternoon, which will probably be like early evening that it actually gets posted.
I'm hoping around 4 or 5,
Okay, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, so in the morning on Saturday, I'll have seen the live announcement on Thursday. I'll have watched Travis go on Friday. And I mean, I'll do some strategy stuff on his that I won't really release, but just have some thoughts for elites. I'll have talked to Noah and probably reviewed Noah's video, have seen Will's video, have seen basically anybody that I have competing do that workout. So I have some higher level thoughts and scores to kind of put into perspective. Then on Saturday mornings, I'm actually going to do the workout with our competitive group. And our competitive group is a pretty wide variety of athletic levels. So there's some people trying to do masters, some people that are part of Passions classes, myself, who obviously is below 8,000 of Travis's place. And I'm going to use that to kind of construct my thoughts on how to optimally perform a redo attempt. And I figured that makes sense to come out that day because now I have some more data, I have some more information. Most people don't redo the workout until Sunday or Monday to give themselves some rest time. So I'll try to break it down of like, here's how a beginner should approach it, here's how potentially an amateur, and then here's how like a pro in terms of like, here are the scores that I think are going to be elite and kind of give them some bigger picture thoughts. So that'll be Saturday's workout.
And that's second thoughts.
Second thought, that's second thoughts.
So
on
we had
Saturday
the first
afternoon.
thoughts on Thursday.
Yeah.
Second thoughts on Saturday.
Yep.
And then the granddaddy of it all. I wish we could post this Thursday, but unfortunately, because Travis is trying to win this year.
Yeah, so with these changes, so Travis was a really cool sport in the past.
Travis was a cool sport?
Yeah, I mean, we won and done the workout.
Travis was a cool sport?
Was a good sport?
Was a good sport.
Sorry.
Okay, I was like, what are you talking about?
Travis was a good sport in that he allowed us to like joke around, commentary over his open attempt, do it one and done in past years, which I think was really valuable. I've had people come up and say like those videos were like enjoyable and educational. This year, obviously, is different. He's trying to finish top 20 in the world, which means he'll probably redo every workout. And he needs to be mindful of the fact that if he's putting scores out there on Friday, then every other competitor that's trying to go top 20 in the world can look at his score, evaluate it, see where his rest time was, and basically try to beat his execution. So we can't post that early this year. So Monday night, what we'll end up doing is we'll have his first...
When scores are live.
Yeah, when scores go live, 8 o'clock. I think it's 8 o'clock on Monday.
I'll flip the switch. YouTube will post Travis versus Trevor.
Yeah, Travis versus Trevor, where we'll have his first attempt. I don't know what the format will be, if we'll commentary over it, if we'll give some like, hey, this is what he did differently on his first versus second.
You'll see him versing himself.
Yeah.
You'll see the first attempt over top or some form.
Side by side, something like that, to get an understanding of where he, hopefully he gets better on every attempt, but I think it'll be authentic in that if he doesn't get better, you'll see where he executed more efficiently on his first attempt and see him beating his second attempt. So I think it'll be a cool series to kind of authentically show you what an athlete goes through to try to put up their literal best effort in a specific workout. And it's just cool to see somebody who's one of the best in the world do the workouts. So we'll do that. Maybe he'll do some commentary over it or just some thoughts about how he executed, and I'll do some of that as well. So those will be the 3 things that come out for the Open.
And you had mentioned the camp talk you gave where you were talking about fantastical stories.
Yeah.
And how it was like these big ideas people put in their head that aren't. Describe that again.
Yeah, so people get into competing and you tell yourself a naive story about what it takes to be elite. And I think that I wanted to share with people some of those stories that I heard on a regular basis that I think are detrimental to their long-term performance, because they constantly hear these things in the media that are just like little sound bites, little 1-minute Instagram things. They take those stories, they imagine them into some elaborate
Which is a very human thing to do.
For sure. Yeah. Because before you have the experience. But because we have, I have the coaching experience at a high level and I've been a high enough level athlete to kind of understand, I wanted to kind of break down some of those stories and give
so
people
you at the camp gave like 5 of the ones that you hear most often, and you kind of like tore them down. And I'm going to take those individually and put them up on YouTube. They might be up there now or look for them in the future, but it's Max at the camp saying, here's one story, and you'll say the story they tell, and then you'll break it down. And I think people will enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it should be helpful.
So that's all we got. We'll see you next time on Couches and Cups.
Friends.
Thank you, sir. Shaka, brah.